What is going on, Dawg Pound family? I've got some major news regarding our offensive line that you absolutely need to hear right now. Our coaching staff is still shuffling the pieces, and while the starting unit looks promising, there is one massive question mark lingering over the center and guard spots that could change everything for our offense this season. We have a veteran back in the fold who might just be ready to steal a starting job. Before we dive into this critical situation, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Todd Monken is currently navigating a complex puzzle regarding the Cleveland Browns offensive line. As the team approaches mandatory minicamp, the head coach has made it clear that his ideal vision for the unit is still a work in progress. Specifically, while Monken feels confident about 4 of the 5 spots on the line, the final configuration remains uncertain. The lineup features rookie Spencer Fano at left tackle, recent free agent addition Zion Johnson at guard, and trade acquisition Titus Howard at right tackle. Elgton Jenkins is also confirmed as a starter, yet his specific role at either guard or center is still being determined by the coaching staff. Monken noted that while he would prefer to see Elgton Jenkins at guard, the final decision remains open. This uncertainty highlights why the re-signing of Tevin Jenkins on a 1-year, $4 million deal is such a pivotal development for the roster. Tevin Jenkins, who has significant experience at guard and versatility at both tackle positions, provides the team with a proven option as they sort through their remaining internal questions. With the Dawg Pound faithful watching closely, the organization is looking for stability, but Monken's comments confirm that the team is not quite there yet. The transition period for this offensive line is critical, as they work to finalize the interior structure. Monken's willingness to experiment during these off-season workouts suggests he is prioritizing the best possible outcome for the protection of the quarterback. Every rep during these sessions is a step toward defining the starting 5. As the team prepares for the upcoming challenges, the flexibility offered by veterans like Tevin Jenkins allows the coaching staff to explore multiple configurations before the regular season kicks off in a few months. The strategic importance of Tevin Jenkins returning to the Browns cannot be overstated, especially when evaluating the depth of the offensive line. Originally a second-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Jenkins has built a professional career primarily at guard, though he proved his value last season by stepping in at various positions. He logged over 200 reps at right tackle and also took snaps at left tackle, demonstrating his ability to fill gaps whenever the coaching staff requires a change. This versatility is exactly why the front office prioritized bringing him back. Currently, the team is evaluating rookie Parker Brailsford, who has made a strong impression during recent workouts, alongside Luke Weipler, who is diligently working his way back from injury to compete for the center position. If Monken achieves his preferred configuration, Elgton Jenkins would remain at guard, while the center duties would fall to either Brailsford or Whippler. In this scenario, Tevin Jenkins serves as the primary backup at both guard positions, ready to step in at tackle if injuries or performance issues arise. Why does this matter right now for the team? Because the volatility of the trenches in professional football demands depth that can handle multiple responsibilities. The Browns are not just looking for 5 starters, they are looking for a cohesive unit that can withstand the physical grind of the season. Having a player with Tevin Jenkins' specific skill set ensures that the coaching staff does not have to sacrifice quality if they need to shift personnel mid-game. His presence provides a safety net that protects the overall integrity of the line, allowing the team to maintain its tactical approach, regardless of which young center ultimately earns the starting nod for the opening week. Tevin Jenkins is currently positioned to compete for a starting role, despite the initial perception that his salary indicates a reserve position. While Zion Johnson signed a significant 3-year, $49.5 million deal, and Elgton Jenkins is under a 2-year, $24 million contract, these financial figures do not automatically secure their spots. All 3 players are expected to earn their keep on the field during the remaining stages of the offseason and into training camp. One clear path for Tevin Jenkins to become a starter involves Elgton Jenkins shifting to center. If Elgton Jenkins performs at a high level while moving to that spot, it leaves the right guard position vacant, effectively clearing a path for Tevin Jenkins to step into the starting lineup. This outcome is viewed as a highly plausible scenario for the Browns as the staff continues their evaluations. Another potential path is that Tevin Jenkins simply outperforms the current starters during camp. If he displays the same level of consistency as Johnson or Elgton Jenkins, the coaching staff will face a difficult decision regarding the best overall combination. The fact that Monken has not committed to Elgton Jenkins at either guard or center is the strongest indicator that the competition is active. The organization is clearly prioritizing competition, ensuring that whoever takes the field in September is truly the best fit for the group. For Tevin Jenkins, this represents a unique opportunity to reclaim a permanent spot on the front line. By focusing on his performance and his ability to adapt to the coaching staff's requirements, he remains a central figure in the ongoing discussion about the team's identity. His presence elevates the competition and ensures that every position remains earned rather than gifted. The competition at the center position involving Parker Brailsford and Luke Weipler is the final piece of the puzzle that dictates how the rest of the line falls into place. If either Brailsford or Weipler excels, it potentially forces Elgton Jenkins to take the other guard spot, which would effectively push Tevin Jenkins into a primary reserve role. However, if the development of the young centers takes longer than expected, the pressure on Elgton Jenkins to move to center increases significantly. This fluidity is the core of the drama surrounding the Browns' offensive front. Every decision made during this preseason phase carries weight, as the coaching staff balances the development of rookie talent with the need for experienced veterans who can provide immediate protection. Tevin Jenkins remains a bridge between these two worlds. His 4 years of professional experience allow him to understand the nuances of the scheme, while his history as a tackle provides the versatility required by Monken's dynamic blocking system. As the team moves closer to their mandatory minicamp, the focus will shift toward executing these potential combinations under high-intensity conditions. The coaching staff is looking for chemistry and reliability, qualities that can only be solidified through repetitive high-level practice. Tevin Jenkins has proven he is capable of playing both inside and outside, making him an invaluable asset regardless of the final depth chart. The narrative surrounding his return has shifted from being a depth move to a potential starting consideration as the reality of the team's needs comes into clearer focus. Every day of training brings the organization closer to the definitive answer that Monken has been searching for, with the veteran presence of Jenkins acting as a constant factor throughout the process. Looking at the broader implications for the Browns, the re-signing of Tevin Jenkins looks increasingly like a masterstroke of roster management. When the offseason began, the necessity of his return was not fully apparent, but as the pieces of the offensive line have shifted, his value has become undeniable. With mandatory minicamp only a couple of days away, the team has the luxury of a proven veteran who is intimately familiar with the system and ready to contribute at a high level. This is not just about having an extra body, it is about having a tactical option that can fundamentally change the composition of the offensive line. Whether he starts at guard or serves as the first man off the bench to cover injuries at tackle, Jenkins provides a level of insurance that most teams would envy. Monken's perfect world scenario might not be realized yet, but the path toward a complete unit is clearly mapped out by the presence of players who can shift roles based on need. The front office's decision to commit $4 million to Jenkins shows a clear understanding of the risks associated with the current configuration of the line. By ensuring that he remains in Cleveland, they have eliminated the risk of being thin at critical positions during the regular season. The team is now positioned to enter the next phase of their preparations with a clear plan and the necessary personnel to execute it. As the players gear up for the final stages of the offseason, the focus remains on the competition for those starting spots. The competition is intense, and for Tevin Jenkins, it is an opportunity to prove that his role in the offense is more significant than his contract suggests. The Dawg Pound waits to see how this crucial unit will finally look when they take the field for the first time.